Alright, so this is going to be a crew chief build for death sentence. Now, I've looked into crew chief a hell of a lot, and it's actually a very underrated perk deck. Very underrated. So, I've tried it a hell of a lot, I've practiced with it, I've tried a lot of different combinations, skills, weapons. This is probably the best crew chief build I could make. I don't think I could have made one much better than this. So let's get into it. So the weapons I'm going to be going with are going to be shotguns. I am going to be going with the Stakeout 12 gauge shotgun, and I'm going to have a Grim as the secondary. So let me show you the mods, what I'm going to be using on the Stakeout, or the AA12 as people probably know this weapon. So we are going to be modding it with triple O buckshots. We are going to have the long barrel, the shark teeth nozzle. Basically when you use shotguns, you want your accuracy as low as possible and you want your stability as high as possible. So obviously using this is going to, increase what you want and decrease what you don't want. So it's really good. More stability, auto fire. We're going to have a lead combo for the more stability, and the laser and the lights, whatever. The drum mag, you're definitely going to want the drum mag on. We don't need to worry about concealment with this build. We are going to be at 75 detection and we're going to be killing just fine. We don't need to have crits on this build. And I never put a sight on it. So this weapon is modded for maximum damage and maximum stability and the least amount of accuracy, and it's going to be the perfect weapon under those circumstances. And the secondary weapon is going to be a Grim, pretty common, probably one of the best weapons you can use on death sentence is a Grim. The single one with the Dragon's Breath or the fire rounds, very good, everybody knows about this weapon. So again, we are not going to mod it for concealment. You can have it modded as much as you want because 75 detection. So the Dragon's Breath, we are again going to have the shark teeth nozzle for more accuracy, more stability and less accuracy. More stability with the boost if you've got a boost. Auto fire, we don't need the little bit of the foregrip because that's going to take stability off us. Again, the lead combo, more stability, the laser, the light. Again, the extended mag, and I never really put a sight on most of my guns, definitely not shotguns. We are going to be running the ICTV on this, mainly because we want to be as tanky as we possibly can. You get more health with this perk deck, you get more stamina, you get more armor. It basically increases a hell of a lot of stuff for you and a hell of a lot of stuff for your team. So we're going to want to go with the tankiest thing we can, which is the ICTV. So let's get into the, before I get into this guys, let me actually show you the perk deck. So basically the perk deck, it benefits you, it makes you stronger, but it also makes your teammates stronger. So it's a team based perk deck. Having at least one person on your team with crew chief is a massive benefit. People using health decks like Stoic and Kingpin for example, they will benefit massively from one teammate using this perk deck. So brute strength, you grant 8% damage reduction for players in your group, which is good, a damage reduction. The bonus is doubled when your health is below 50%. Now there's two ways that I've tested this and there's two ways you can use it. One is you can have it regular, which is what I'm doing, and you'll be getting the 8% reduction, or you can get a 16% damage reduction only for you by being under 50%, and that'd mean having Berserker Frenzy. Now I wouldn't recommend having Berserker Frenzy when you use crew chief. It's a lot more valuable to have the other 70% of your health than it is to have an extra bit more armor. Obviously you get the 25% off a Frenzy Ace and you'll get an extra 8% off this. That's like an extra 33% damage reduction, but you've only got 30% health. And I did try with both of them, but I would definitely prefer to play the way I've got it now, which is to have maximum armor and maximum health rather than a shitload of armor but only a small amount of health. So you can play this with Berserker Frenzy, but I would not recommend doing. Now, another things that you get with this perk there, your shout distance, your ability to inspire your teammates where you're like, come on, run faster type of stuff, when you're shouting them to increase your teammates' speed. You can do that from further away, you can inspire people off the floor from further away. Very nice. Not something you get with many perk decks, but you get it with crew chief. And the crew's stamina, which is going to be very useful for people who are using heavy armor, ICTV, the CTV. It's going to massively benefit them because they're not going to run out of stamina, which they probably would do under normal circumstances. So again, very good. And also when you're within medium range of an enemy, you get 6% less damage. So, the closer you are, the better your survivability chances. Your crew will also gain 10% health. Like I said, 10% extra health for somebody using Stoic, for example, is massive. Really good for them. And you get an extra 20% health, which is good for you. You gain 10% more armor, again, pretty good for you. 5% more armor for your team, not a hell of a lot, but still a boost. And the final one is you and your crew will gain 6% maximum health and 12% maximum stamina for each hostage up to 4 times. So if you have at least 4 hostages, you can improve to 24% maximum health and 48% maximum stamina. These are really big benefits. So when you play crew chief, it's your job to constantly take hostages. You want the hostage counter in the corner to have as high as it can be. There will reach a point where guards just won't surrender anymore, and that's fair enough. But you want to try and get as many as you can, and on maps where there's civilians, you want to try and cable tie as many as you can. The more of them you've got, the stronger you will be, the stronger your team will be. When you use this perk deck, try and maximise it. And to maximise it, you want hostages. That's the entire point of the perk deck. Make you stronger, and make your crew stronger. And also you and your crew will gain 8% damage reduction for having 1 or more hostages. So it's just all damage reduction. Really good. So I've gone over the weapons, I've gone over the perk deck. Let's actually get into the skills. Now, I'm sure, obviously there's people who know Angelus, one of my friends, close friends who I played this game with, and people who were just watching for the build won't have any idea. I was actually going to make this build originally with Doctor Bugs, but obviously when you play with first aid kits increase your survivability, because you can place them under you can place them under your team, you can place them in an area, and obviously if you do unfortunately die, you won't actually die because the first aid kit saves your life. The problem is, if you die 2 or 3 times, you're going to end up in custody because we won't have any doctor bags. So it kind of depends. Do you go with doctor bags or do you go with first aid kits? First aid kits will improve your chances of staying alive, but obviously if you die because of, you just die at some point, you're going to need a doctor bag. Whereas if you've got doctor bags, you can prevent yourself going into custody, but the first aid kits aren't there to save you, so it kind of depends. Angelus told me to use first aid kits, and I actually tried, and I agree, it probably is worth using first aid kits, but I'll give you an example of what I mean. Crew chief is not meant to be used on big open maps. They will shred through your armor, they will shred through your health. It's not meant to be used on big open maps. Maps where you can pop in and out of cover, that's where it shines. Very good. Now, since over time you're probably going to have it down here, it down there, you're going to have to use a doctor bag. If you're going to play a map which is between say 10 and 12 minutes long, I'd recommend going with first aid kits. If you're going to play a map that's going to be 15 minutes or longer to complete the heist, I'd recommend going with doctor bags. That's just what I'd recommend. The longer you've got to play a mission, the more chance of going down, the more chance you'll need a doctor bag eventually. Even with first aid kits, you'll still probably die a couple of times just because of bullshit or whatever. So that's my recommendation. Doctor bags, first aid kits, you're probably wondering, well, which one do I go with? If the heist is like 10-12 minutes, I'd recommend first aid kits. If it's longer than that, 15 minutes and above, whatever, I'd recommend going with doctor bags. But for me personally, I do like playing with the first aid kits. So obviously people know these skills inspire first aid kits. That's what I'm going to be going with. Now you're also going to want Joker skills. Now before I get into the Joker skills, Forced Friendship. Realistically, you should use this. Aced. The Aced version gives you a 0.5% damage reduction, and obviously this build is all about damage reduction. The reason I'm not going with it is, I don't think it's going to benefit. Even if you have 8 hostages, which is the maximum, which is unlikely to get 8, you're only going to get a 4% damage reduction. It's not a hell of a lot. And even if you only have 2 or 3 throughout the heist, a 1.5% damage reduction, is it worth it? Probably not. It's so small, it's not going to have basically any impact whatsoever. So I decided to save myself the 3 points and allocate the 3 points into something else. So you probably would go with Forced Friendship, but I'm not going to on this occasion. I think the benefit is too small to be a real benefit. So I've got that basic, I've got the Joker skills obviously, and Hostage Taker for the health regen. I never ace Joker. I don't think there's much point. I think it's a waste of 4 points to be honest. So Jokers and Hostage Taker. I'm also putting 1 point into Stable Shot for more stability, because the shotgun I'm going to be using, or the shotguns, I want them to be as stable as possible. I don't want them kicking all over the place. Now into the Enforcer skill tree, I have Underdog, but I have it aced obviously. More damage reduction. Again, it's a damage reduction perk deck, so that's why we're going with that. Shotgun CQB, we don't have the points to get it aced unfortunately. I'm going to put the points into Shotgun Impact. I want to be doing more damage because since we don't have crits and we don't have Berserker Frenzy, we're not going to be struggling massively with damage to get kills, but you want to make sure Overkill Basic, which gives you the 75% increased damage when you get a kill, you're going to want to make sure that's in effect pretty much all the time. Because as an example, if it's not in effect and you go to a Bulldozer, he'll more than likely kill you before you kill him, because Overkill's not in effect. Whereas if Overkill is in effect, you're pretty likely to kill a Bulldozer before he kills you. And obviously the extra damage that we're getting, an extra 15% damage, it will help slightly. It will help slightly. I've tested this build with shotgun impact ace and I've tested it without it at all, and there is a difference in the kill time. So because of that, I'm putting me points into the damage and only basic into the reload. We're going to have close by ace because obviously the more bullets we can increase by 50 in the magazine in the Grim and the AA-12 or the Stay Hot. They actually work with it, so we're going to ace that. And overkill obviously to make the damage actually possible to get kills. Now into the enforced skill tree, we're not going to have Die Hard or Transporter, mainly because we don't have points for it. I am going to get Resilience aced, I am going to get Bullseye aced. Now the reason aced rather than basic is because 25 armor is actually a pretty good amount of armor, and the fact that the gun we're going to be using is very easy and very good to be hitting headshots with. I'm going to want to get as much armor back as I can because we have quite a lot of armor to begin with. So because of that, I'm going to ace it rather than just having it basic. Shock and Awe, obviously armor recovery, pretty useful. And Iron Man aced for the ICTB. 1 point into the hardware expert because if you're going to fix a drill, fixing it, you know, 2.5 seconds, whatever it is, faster. Obviously, it's always nice to have if you've got a spare point. Duck and cover basic, you always get that. It's a basically fundamental skill in any build, so you're not running like an absolute snail. And parkour for the extra 10% speed because we do have an ICTB. Now here's where it's a bit controversial because people know I like to use Swanson. Since this build will not be being used on a really difficult map, mainly because it won't hold up that well, I'm not going to be going with Swansong because I'm kind of confident I can probably stay alive, that I'm not going to die that much, so I'm not going to go with Swansong. I am just going to go with 9 lives. So that's pretty much the build. The weapons, the skills, the build. Concussion grenade, obviously concussion grenades very useful if you use them right and you know to time them right. Can allow you to do things in that matter of seconds without dying, taking damage. The buzzer, always nice for electrocute enemies, especially tasers, the way they do it to you. And obviously it's nice to be able to take hostages by using the buzzer to get them to surrender. The first aid kit, the ICTV, don't want that as well. Not part of the build, but hey, this is what I'm using. So that is pretty much the build. It's really good. The stakeout is used purely for killing and for headshots, and the Grim is to set enemies on fire, kind of stun them, and obviously kill them occasionally to get overkill active. That's kind of how you're going to be using the weapons. So that is pretty much the build, and the map I'm going to be playing to showcase the build is going to be, if I can find it, Frame and Frame, but it's going to be Frame and Frame Day 3. Frame and Frame Day 3 for this build is very good. So yeah. That's the build, guys, and I will show you it in action very shortly, so I will see you guys soon. Right, so here we are, Frame and Frame, Day 3. Now, let me just quickly buy the pre-cannon. Buy 2 doctor bags, let me see, don't really need an ammo bag, but... In fact, I'm definitely not going to need an ammo bag. Let me see, get rid of that. Grenades could potentially be something. So, you already know the build, the stakeouts, the Grim with the fire, the buzzer, first aid kits, ICTV, concussion grenades, and that's pretty much it. So basically when we're going to play a mission like this, rather than letting it go loud and then having to take hostages later, let me see. I want to try and get some hostages now, like, I mean walking around and just shouting at them to surrender, and then we'll quickly get 2 of them as converts and keep the others for later or whatever, and obviously that'll already give us some type of boost before the real army of police turn up. I'm hoping I can find this keycard as well. I hope the camera doesn't see me instantly. Yeah, kinda like that. Okay, so let me get some hostages real quick.
Drop your gun now.
Okay, camera's gonna see something at some point.
Drop your weapon. Let's see those hands.
Like that kind of.
Drop your gun now.
Okay.
Put those cuffs on.
So let's get that guy. Let's get some drills set up. I'm hoping I can find the keycard. Oh my god, come on. Right. So that's what I mean. We've got these hostages already, which is already giving us a benefit. So I just want to get drills set up. Where the hell did I get the other guy? I got a guy here somewhere, didn't I? This guy, okay. Now I would like to find the keycard, if I can, before shit starts going a bit crazy. Oh, there we go, okay. I'll take a risk with the top one. I would prefer it to be downstairs, so I'm hoping it's kind of not this. Okay. I mean, it's kind of weird. I want it to be so I can quickly get on with the heist, but then again, I would prefer it to be down here. Here's where the action is. Oh damn, I can see them. Thank God we can fix drills faster. So yeah, that's what I mean. A map like this where you can just pop, 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 cover, pop, 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 cover, cover, cover. Maps like this, if you're playing a map like, I don't know, Meltdown, Goat Simulator, basically a map where you're going to be exposed all the time. I wish I could fix this through the wall here, it'd be perfect. If you're going to play a map like them, it's not particularly going to hold up to so you can also like putting a first aid kit down. This is where the first aid kit will potentially save your life. Okay, this guy. So yeah, obviously, like I said, you want to have overkill kicked in at least before you fight bulldozers. You don't want to be fighting bulldozers without the overkill skill ready to go. So I'm just going to put some first aid kits down. And it's better to put first aid kits down in areas where you're potentially going to be chilling. Like here, you know, if you're going to chill, pop out. At least then, if you do take too much damage to have it down, you won't get the down instead. So I will place some first aid kits down in certain areas which you can't use. Just here, here. But yeah, don't forget, you still want to be taking these guys because obviously like that, you lose your converts occasionally. But also we just want to get them like this anyway. And not get shot in the back. I'll also put another one here because I do like the shield here by the side. But yeah, look, just aiming for headshots like that, you get the bullseye effect. That and then. And like I said, since we got hostage taker as well, while we're chilling, killing, fixing drills, we don't even need to use our first aid kit sometimes. Our health will slowly but surely build its way back up. And as you can see with the A12, it's very, very stable. It doesn't kick in terms of like it's just going, you know, higher, 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 higher. It's staying at the same, height. It's not going any higher, which is good. That's what happens when you make it really stable. It's exactly what we want. But yeah, that's what I mean. Basically, most enemies you come across, get them to surrender, get them back as a hostage if you can. Is this the real? Okay, cool. Get them as a hostage if you can to surrender them. And obviously, if you can convert them, great. If not, well, at least just have them surrendered, which will still give you the benefits anyway of the damage. So it's just a win-win when you're constantly getting them to surrender. But yeah, as you can see, even when we're in a battle, uh-oh, I can hear that. Ooh, damn, that's close. Look, even when we're in a battle like this and we're taking a few hits, oh, we got a first aid. Yeah, even when you take a few hits, you don't die instantly. I can actually still tank. Even when you break your armor, you can still tank with your health. Okay, I should start getting some more combat. I also should start, yeah, if this is going to be on the roof constantly, it's going to be annoying. Oh, I was trying to shoot that. I should potentially just set the AI up in the location, shouldn't I? If I can get them set up out here. Don't kill me, please. I can't get it in cover. I don't even know what that guy is, so he's there, side. Okay, let's get another hostage, maybe even two. Oh, two. No, come on, you had your hand up, asshole. Okay, we'll keep Sydney there, and I'll keep Bonnie. Okay, I'll keep them two together, and I'll stay with, who the hell's the other one? Is it you? I'll stay with you. I'm hoping we don't split up. Oh, it's a little bit, okay. Let me see. That's a good distance, they seem okay. You bring Joey over here, just have her to chill there. There's going to be other power boxes. There's another one on the roof that's over there, which is really annoying. But at least they're defending now. Is that the bulldozer? Oh, it is. I don't know who he is. I don't know whether he's an LMG one or not. And I have a bad habit of reloading when I really don't need to. Can I quickly get this? See, and in situations like this, we got enough grenades that don't risk it down. Just throw a grenade. There's grenade cases everywhere on this map, so you know. Oh shit! on any enemies, just chilling. I did want to test my skills against that bulldozer in terms of... Oh, okay. He might still be there. That's either him or another one. So yeah, make sure you've got a kill. So, overkill has already kicked in, like so. And now, as you can see, we're not going to kill insanely fast, but, you know, you still kill pretty decent. Considering you don't have crits, that's still killing at a pretty effective rate right there. And as you can see, it's really, really easy to hit headshots with this gun as well, so there's another benefit. Bulldozer, he's an LMG dozer, which is a risky one to fight. First aid kit's underneath, aim for the head, and there you go. See, as long as you do these type of tactics and you know how to play, you can still do very, very well. Oh, whoa, whoa, look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. Literally come charging him. You see that? Okay, so now since I've just used that, obviously, if he does enough damage, I'm gonna die because my first aid kit won't be ready again. Damn, it's throwing bulldozers at me like crazy now, isn't it? Okay, bulldozer not finished off because we've already done it. What? How? You two were up there? How the hell did you let that happen? Damn, Bonnie, Sydney. Oh, and another minigun bulldozer? Damn, it's throwing them at me right now. Okay, can I get through here? Get out the way. How the hell did you two let that happen? Look where you are, like seriously. Really disappointed in you guys. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a safe route. I'm gonna go do this side. Combat again? Oh, really? I had no idea. Oh my god, he completely caught me off guard there. Holy shit. Damn, you sneaky bastard. I was hoping to have no downs on this run, but we'll forget that happened, right? That never happened. It's only a cloaker down, but yeah, you guys didn't see that. Oh, no, it's a green one. Oh, something else as well, which I'm sure people know, but... Hold on, let me kill this guy. Something else as well, which is kind of weird with this game. Sometimes you get no bulldozers. Sometimes you get a handful of bulldozers, like, you know, a regular amount. And other times you'll get like 30 bulldozers on a heist. At the minute, it seems to be throwing them at me non-stop. Like every 30 seconds it just throws 2 bulldozers, another 2, another 2, another 2. And you're basically like, what the fuck game, why do you give me all these bulldozers? It's like it doesn't spread them out at all, it just gives you them non-stop. So the game's kind of got like, you know, we all know Payday's RNG, but even the bulldozers, you either get none, you get some, or you get fucking thousands of the bastards. And at the minute it seems to be spawning them like crazy, because I can still hear another one. Although I think he's on the roof right now. Yeah, I think he's up on it. But yeah, as long as you stick to cover, as long as you keep an eye on your armour, you keep an eye on your health, as long as you sit on a first aid kit, as long as you aim for the head so the bullseye effect kicks in, as long as you play smart, you know, as long as you do what you should be doing, crew chief can be very effective. What the fuck are you two doing? I've literally got you defending the objective. How the hell are you letting this happen? Oh, don't tell me it was the bulldozer. Oh, damn. There's 2 of them. I don't have, see, I'd end up wasting all my ammo because I don't have, okay. See, like this guy? Okay, see, he's dead. Overkill can now kick it. Oh, come on. Like I said, I was hoping to have no downs. Cloaker downs don't really count in my eyes because, well, I can't prevent it. Oh, come on. Oh, what the hell is going on? Okay, I'm getting out of here because I can't see shit. Oh, damn. No, I don't want a regular down. No. Damn, they're really trying hard to get me there. Okay, Bonnie's move. That's not good. No, Bonnie, you. No. Oh my god. Come on. I swear to god, man, they're fucking addicted to me cloakers. They can't get enough of me. Is that a bulldozer, I reckon? I'm running low on first aid just because... Mainly because the cloakers. It's not even normal gameplay, it's the cloakers that keep taking all my health. I know I said you can use a grenade, but as long as you're fast, you don't need to use a grenade. Now, I would like to get out the way. I would like to start building some. I would like to start building some hostages up again if I can. We're about halfway with the objective so far. Wait, why is there Bonnie? I thought we were upstairs. So yeah. No, not you. Fuck you. Come on, where's the regular on this? Finally. Oh, really? Stop killing me. Oh my god. What the hell is going on at the minute? Trying to get combos and shit, and it's almost impossible if you. Yeah, I'm not really surprised with that. Who the hell is that? Okay, we go. We can probably convert this guy, can't we? No. What are we dealing with up here? A lot of tasers. Okay. Bonnie, where are you? Bonnie. Now protect it, please. There's two of you, come on. Don't let them do it. But yeah, firing this gun into a doorway with a drum mag on it, like 35 bullets, just pound on a doorway, head height. Oh, it's an amazing gun. Especially when it's capable of killing this weapon. Because if you use it under bad circumstances where, like, you know, I don't know, like say without crits or something and something else, it can be kind of weak. But obviously, we're making up for not having the crits by adding more damage and also adding the overkill basic as well. And we're making sure that it's always in effect, so that's how we're kind of making up for the damage. So let me get some kills with these. Now he's coming in. Show me that much. No. Oh. Oh damn, that was a double team. Okay. That was a double team from behind and everything. Okay. I was hoping not to die at least once under normal circumstances, but oh well. But yeah, as you can see with Crew Chief, it's not exactly like we're dying every 2 seconds and you're like, oh, it's not a good perk deck, but we're using it. No. It's holding up pretty well. I mean, with any perk deck now, you still could have died at least once. Apart from the cloaker now. Like I said, there's a lot of perk decks on Payday 2 that if you optimize them, in terms of you use the right weapons, if you know, use bullseye maybe to go for headshots and blah blah blah. Basically, if you optimize a build, if you make it as good as you possibly can do, you can make some pretty incredibly powerful stuff. Honestly, you can make some stuff that you might look at it and go, oh, it's not really that good. You know, in terms of a perk deck, mainly because you haven't. No! Oh, fucking cloakers, man, seriously. But yeah, the same perk decks that I've seen a lot of people use them, and they kind of try it and go, nah, that's not a good perk deck. But if you look into it, if you understand it, if you make a build around its strengths, and obviously you have the right weapons and stuff combinations to make it really good, you can make some perk decks that you don't think are good insanely good. And like I said, I think this is probably as good as you can make Crew Chief. People have probably never thought about using it too often because people just like to say, nah, I just like Stoic, I just like Anarchist, and you don't think of trying other stuff. But you can use this, you can use it on death sentence, you can use it very effectively, you can strengthen your team, you can have a lot of fun with it. I mean, look, this is actually a really, really good perk deck. I'd highly recommend people to try it. But another thing, when you've got somebody using, oh my god, man. Okay, but when you're using Crew Chief, you only need one player. Oh, this is new public. You only need one player on your team using Crew Chief. You don't need multiple people. Okay, we're still going. You don't need multiple people using Crew Chief. It doesn't stack. So one guy using Crew Chief on your team is more than enough. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot that guy with rips. I thought he was alive, not dead. Look at these guys just chilling inside it. But yeah, one Crew Chief on your team is very good. It's all you need. And obviously, like I said, if there's other people using stuff like Kingpin, Stoic, stuff like that, health decks, whatever, not only are you using something that's good, but your team's going to massively benefit as well. It'll be a real asset to your team playing these type of heists. So for those that have never used Crew Chief, I hope this might convince you to give it a try. It actually is a pretty good perk. Stay there, Joe, stay there, stay there. Can't see shit, man. Oh, come on, I didn't know you were there. Oh, these are the type of deaths, man, that really annoy me sometimes. Just bullshit like that. I thought I was safe and there was one guy just in a bad spot. Okay, now where the hell did I put a doctor bug? Upstairs, over there. Oh. I don't want to waste the first aid kit. Oh, okay. Let me just grab this one. Okay. Now let me go. Wait. Oh, I'll put a doctor bug. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, but I hate having downs like that, where you kind of... where you kind of get shot in the back, or you get shot in the side, or you think you're safe, or... there's one enemy that's, you know, through a very small gap that's still got like a line of sight on you and then you die. Stuff like that. They're just kind of unfortunate downs. They're the type of downs that they're nothing to do with the perfect. They're just, you know, those type of downs can happen under any circumstances with anybody using any perfect. Okay, let's get some more hostages. Strengthen ourselves a little bit. Oh no, 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 don't shoot me in the back. No, stop shooting me in the back. Asshole. Right, that's it about them. I'm not taking hostages anymore now, fuck it, I don't trust anybody, I'm just shooting on sight. Oh, there's a blue one. Oh, he's an LMG one. Whoops. Okay. Come on, this is really done. No, 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 don't follow me in. He's blocking the door! Really? He's fucking blocking the door, man. He's blocking he's not letting me out. Oh my god, he's not letting me out, Joey. Oh, really? Joey? Help. He's blocking the door. Oh, he's coming in, okay, okay. Let me out. Fucking asshole, man, trying to block me. Literally trying to pin me in the middle, motherfucker. Look at all these enemies, holy shit. Damn, that's so bullshit, man. He was literally blocking the door like I said. No, I don't think so. There's a green bulldozer. With a very, very, very powerful shotgun. This. And this should probably be the heist over with now. Because, I don't know, there's not much more to go. Oh, come on, get off the way, don't block the door. Enemies blocking the door are really annoying. Oh my god, what the hell did he just try and do? Oh my god, he's dead. He would have killed me. What the hell are these enemies doing? I think they're playing all three. Don't tell me that was a clover going in that room, please. What have we got left? 10 seconds. I don't think I've got any hostages whatsoever because... I don't think... Oh wait, I do. Oh, I do. I was gonna say, I didn't see me help me, did I? Okay, files uploaded. There you take it. Damn, the clovers are really strong on this map, aren't they? Okay, so that's the heist pretty much done. Only first aid to sit on so I won't die. Fucking die, motherfucker. Come on, Sydney, Bonnie. Anybody? Not that I need you guys right now, but you know. Okay. Granada, Granada, Granada. And yeah, that is Crew Chief. As you can see, it actually holds up pretty well. I know a lot of people like to use dodge, people who are like new to the game or they don't like making builds or maybe they're just lazy. There's multiple reasons. A lot of people just go with dodge because they're just kind of hoping they don't take damage. But if you're looking for something to go with rather than creating a build, you know what I mean, like thinking of something, and you're not quite sure, say like you haven't mastered Stoic, you haven't mastered Kingpin, you don't know how to use them, and you think, oh, I'll just go with Rogue, it's probably the best I can, you know, work with for now. Try this, try Crew Chief. Not only will your teammates thank you because you'll make them stronger, as you can see, it actually holds up pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you actually look into this build, even the stakeout. That stakeout shotgun is so much fun to use. It's difficult to get crits on it because the concealment is very, very high, especially if you put the drum mag on it. It's almost impossible. Well, not impossible, but you know, pretty difficult. So 75 protection, you can see it still kills pretty effectively, even with bulldoze. So yeah, I hope you guys look into this build. I hope you give it a try. I hope you enjoy it. And just remember, you only need one crew chief on your team. You do not need multiple people using it. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed and have a good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.